Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brielle. Alright, so I know during each of my videos, I've given a little bit of tidbits about my childhood and how I grew up, but I don't think I ever talked about how I became a feminine woman who married a masculine man. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let me give you some brief background. I am the oldest of five. I was raised by my grandmother. And in that household, it was very chaotic. There were family members coming in and out. So I'm not going to say it was unstable. I'm saying it just wasn't normal. All right. And as a 16-year-old girl, I wanted normal. So I started looking around me to see if I can see what I would consider normal. I had a friend, I'm not going to say her name up here, but I had a friend. I used to go to her home, and I would be so in awe of it. Their two-parent home, the wife, the mom, and her, because she was the last kid that they had. So they would get ready to be empty nesters, okay? And I love going over there, and I love seeing how he treated her and how she acted. Now, she was very feminine, very delicate. She took care of herself in her home. And it just intrigued me, and I really wanted something like that. From going over to my friend's home, and this is the reason why it's so important to know where your kids are going and what they're seeing. It's very important. And that's a whole nother video. Anyway, I saw at her home, I learned that men can be trustworthy. I learned that men can be faithful. I learned that peace sometimes is better than drama. I also learned that it's possible for a man and woman to have a wonderful marriage. I learned all of that by going over to my friend's house for a couple of years and being around them. I mean, really fellowshipping them, going to church with them, staying over late, getting up. I mean, really those moments will always stay with me because I learned a lot from going over there. I also, I mean, when you're growing up in chaos, you think it's normal, and then you don't realize there's something else available to you because you hadn't seen anything else. See, I saw something at an early age, and it kind of changed me. It made me realize what I wanted. I knew I wanted to get married and have a husband that was going to be a leader. I knew I wanted to have a two-parent home. I knew I wanted to have choices in my relationship. I knew I wanted to decide. I wanted to have a choice if I went to work or if I didn't. It shouldn't matter to him. And that's what I want from the beginning. So I was 16 years old, and I really didn't know how to go about getting it, all of that. And I had to work on myself. I had to work on myself because it's not enough just to put makeup on and a dress and heels. It really isn't. It's all a mindset. Even when I go out in public now, and I don't have to have makeup on, I don't have to be dressed to the nine, I am still treated and given what's the word I'm looking for, I am still given the leadway where other women would not get. And this is an example here. I go to this store. I go to the Dollar Tree around the corner from my house all the time. I love their cups and mugs. So I was in line. It was a long line. You see, I have already built a rapport with a lot of people in the store, because it just comes down to them basic good manners. Hello, good morning, how are you? And actually really being interested in their response and then responding. Some people don't get that. Some people use their good manners, but they don't care what that person says. I sit there and I listen to what the other person has to say and respond in kind. And that is something that is a lost art. That is a lost art, having those manners. So let me get back to my story. I digress. I was in a long line. And since I had built a rapport with the people in the store, the manager was like, look, I'll get you over here. And a lot of people were upset. They were looking at me. They had that side eye, and it was strong. That side eye was strong because he pulled me out of the line that was very long, and he didn't go get the next person behind that was in the line. He went all the way to the back and got little old me and said, hey, I'll go check you out. And this is the manager now. That's why you got to build rapport and carry yourself a certain way. So being feminine is not about just throwing on a ton of makeup and doing your hair wonderful and putting on a great outfit. And that all plays into it because that helps that helps you stand apart from other women. So yeah, it does help, but the mindset has to be feminine in order for everything else to fall into place. Ever since I was a kid and I learned what I want, I've learned to attract people who want to help me, who just want to be on my team. And I appreciate that. I'm very appreciative because I don't have a big head. And that's one of the things also. Don't get feminine and start abusing people just because you can. Because people are going to gravitate towards you. Just because you have a certain energy, you put out certain things, you're going to get it back. And that's just the way it works. All right. Yeah, I got this mug from the Dollar Tree. I love it. This is like one of my favorite little cups now. All right. So, journey to femininity is not just about makeup and clothes, even though that's one of the best parts, right? Yeah, I love looking pretty and looking cute and looking girly and getting compliments, but that's not the best part. I can go somewhere in a jogging outfit or some jeans and a t-shirt, which I don't have much of those, but if I was, because I didn't feel well, I can go somewhere and I will still be treated the same way. And because it's the energy I put out, it's the manners that I use that is a lost art. People don't know how to say thank you. People don't know how to say excuse me. Like somebody bumps into you, excuse me. It's not hard. It's okay to do that. And I might need to sit down and tell a story when I went to New York. And I was, yeah. That was a different experience for me because I'm from the South. I'm a good old Southern girl. And we do, when someone bumps into us, we're going to say, excuse me. It is what it is. And it was a mess on that first day when I had to get used to, they don't say, excuse me. They're going to bump into you. They're trying to get where they need to go. And I walk slow. I don't go anywhere even in thinking in a fast pace, because even if I talk fast, I forget what I'll be like, okay, what am I thinking about? What am I talking about? So I have to I like to slow down. I like my pace to be slow. I like to walk slow, and that is okay also. All right. So like I said, I'm going all over the place. Stay with me. Stay with me. All right. Journey to femininity. I saw it in my childhood, and I realized it was something that I wanted in my own life. So since I had all these things that were put into me as a child, I have to actually work on those. And since I'm a big reader, So it's self-improvement is one of the things I continue to do to this day. I have a list of books that if you want to look that list, I can gladly provide them in the description box below, because I read all the time and I'm always reading something about self-confidence and how to move forward in your life, because I actually believe that you create your life, the life that you want for yourself. You can have that life if you truly, truly want it and you put steps and a plan in place to get it. So, in order to be more feminine, that does not include makeup and your outfit. And like I said, even though that's the fun part, that is truly the fun part. Practice your manners. All right? Practice asking for help. When I'm in the store and something's on the top shelf, I don't try to climb the shelves to get to what I want. I find the nearest male employee and say, sir, can you please get that for me? And he's gladly to get it for you. Especially God, let me tell you this, guys love helping a woman. Don't listen to people when they say, oh, they don't want to help you. They don't want to take care of you. You can't trust them. Stop it. That type of energy is not going to help you in the long run. And if you are there and you feel that because you had bad experiences, which I understand also, what you're going to need to do, you need to take time to get rid of that anger first. Get rid of the anger first. Heal first. There are plenty of groups out there that focus on group healing. You're going to have to go ahead and go through self-development, maybe read books, go to healing groups, talk to other females who are going through those emotions also, so that you can heal. So asking for help is one of those things you can practice on a day in and day out. Practicing using manners. Manners is a lost art to people nowadays. People continue to go on about their business. They don't say please. They don't say thank you. They don't say, excuse me. Think about that while you're out in the day. Slow your pace. Slow down too. That's another thing you can practice also if you're trying to get closer to your femininity. Slow down. Go to the store. Slow down. If something's at the top shelf, don't try to climb the shelf to get it. Ask for help. Ask someone to help you out. And I've been in the store where I'm just browsing browsing to see exactly what I'm going to purchase because I'm going to cook. I cook just about every day. So when I'm browsing and grocery shopping, I've always had at least one person ask me, like they never feel like they can't ask me a question. And I know that's always because of the fact you have to have that smile on your face. You have to be moving slow. You have to be approachable. And I think that's what they see in me. They see that I'm not walking fast. I'm not trying to get out the store. I'm not in a bad mood. So they don't mind asking me. So it seems like every time I go grocery shopping, there's always one person who's asking me a question. One guy actually stopped me in the middle of the store and he was like, how do I make, he wouldn't know how to make gravy. So I was in the middle of the store teaching him how to make gravy and what items he would need in order to make gravy. And I know the reason why he doesn't approach, I know why people don't approach other people for that, because you have to be approachable. You have to look like you have to have a smile on your face. You have to look as though you don't mind being asked a question. And that's one thing you can work on. If you're trying to work on your femininity, you want to have that open, you want to have that energy where people will walk up to you and ask you questions. People will pull you aside and give you preference to other people. And it happens day in, day out. And those things happen to me on a daily basis. They happen to me whether I have makeup on and I'm dressed to the nines, or where I just have on t-shirt and jeans. And that is because of the fact that I practice these things daily. And that's something you have to do for yourself. You have to practice these things daily. So practice asking for help. Practice moving a little slower and slowing down. Practice smiling to people. Practice using your manners. Manners is a lost art. And believe me, when you go in the store and you're dealing with a person who has had a very bad day, because if you've ever worked in retail, you know, and I know that it's horrible. Customers can be very horrible to you. So when you get that one customer who want to talk, laugh, and joke with you, it's a wonderful experience. And then they will remember you on the next time out. I've had customers that when I went through the line, because I was so nice and kind, and she was like, it's not going to ring up. And I have, sometimes you go to the line, you have a product that does not want to ring up. And she was like, I ain't calling nobody over here. Just go. Bye. Have a good day. I said, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. You just get things done for you when people can see something different. And if you want to stand out, and it's not just makeup and your fashion, which, like I said, that stuff play into the whole finding a great man also, because you got to think of it. A man, he's going to want to get the most for his money. So if he has he makes a lot of money, you're going to have to come with your A game. And in order to come with your A game, you're going to have to go with your makeup, your fashion, your manners, your energy has to be on point. And these things will help you in your femininity. Now, if there's something I forgot, you're welcome to leave that down in the comment section. Let's be sisters. Let's help each other. Make sure we help other women to get to start working on their femininity and heal so they can work on their femininity. And I'll catch you on the next one.